Hey Saints, it's been a little bit, well, a little bit unless you saw my test runs on YouTube Live. I just wanted to let folks know what I was up to. I kind of got the urge to jump in. Pastor Patrick Winfrey had put out a video a while back, and he just mentioned that he really wanted to have his online church start again or try to start it again. And he was looking for a dynamic website. And I'm not really a web developer at all. I manage a software business, but we do things like like security cameras or what's called a set-top box, but something that manages video, but it's not like a PC. It's more like a device, with a computer board and a chip in it. But I had developed a couple of websites along the way, and I've managed one or two, but that's not my core skill. And I was off looking for better web development tools. I really wanted to take my business website and redo it. And so I was actually watching a video. I'm not sure whose I was watching, but I was plunking around on the YouTube, but then I was looking for these tools, and I ran into this tool for building websites. It's called Wix, and it's very, very simple so long as it has the features you want. It's very easy to use, and it just kind of came to mind right at that point about the request that the pastor had out there, because some of the tools that Wix has, or their add-ins from third parties, have to do with multimedia and social interaction. And so I thought, wow, I wonder if I could help build a website for them. And that's kind of where the whole thing went to. So welcome to the Church of the Firstborn website, the redone website. It's just going to be church, the number one, stborn.com, churchfirstborn.com. And there'll be some intro stuff here, like all websites, in case somebody just popped in online church in Google and landed here. They could get a little intro, what's the church believe, who is God, prayer requests if they're desperate at the time they find the website and all that. But kind of the main fun is over here in the members room. And member doesn't mean a huge bunch right now. You click on it and you just put in your email address and it automatically approves you. So, but that is some way then that contact can go out to the members and communication, all that type of thing. So here it is. And put in a chat room, and I just added some new feature today to allow Pastor to do Blog Talk Radio shows while the chat's going on, and that should be cool. We've got a prayer room. It runs like a forum, and I'm sure you guys have used forums where other people can comment and pray for you, which I think is kind of neat. Pastor Patrick's going to do Sunday sermons. He's in the Philippines right now, so I think he's recording them on Saturdays his time to be published for us by Sunday. We'll see how that goes. Got a gentleman that volunteered. He's doing transcripts of Pastor Patrick's teaching. I think there's probably quite a niche there for people that are maybe have hearing or auditory issues, so that they can read the transcript if they can't catch it all on the video. A place to set up local groups, so that one of his visions was to have fellowship groups meeting in different cities, doing Bible studies or watching the videos together or whatever. And the local groups can say where they're meeting, and then we'll take a look at the page, but people can get, navigation to where the groups are meeting and the times and all that. We've got a couple of news feeds coming in from, prophecyupdate.blogspot.com, and then I think the other one I put in there is breaking Israeli news. If you guys have seen some of those articles from the rabbis, I think those are interesting. Pastor Patrick asked me to put up a Bible study. I just stole one off of my existing channel, but I might be doing some Bible studies, custom for this website at some point. Way to contact the elders, getting prayer and counseling kind of stuff. YouTube teaching, just a feed from Pastor Patrick's YouTube channel. A collection of worship music, which I think is kind of cool. I've already heard reports of people just clicking on that and turning up the speakers, and so that should be good. Joshua Ministry posts that he puts out to his Facebook page, and then all the information. If you guys have watched, Pastor Patrick has 4 orphanages. I think he's going on number 5 right now, and a feeding program where he feeds the street people and the poor. And all that Facebook group activity around the orphans comes into Joshua Ministry, and then the orphan clothes donation, money donation, all that comes right in on this link. So that's kind of what's been set up so far. Let me just give you a tour through here. So if we start off in the chat room, you can see we're in there just today trying to figure some of this stuff out, and in particular here, we've got the Blog Talk Radio intro, and I think he's going to try and do a couple of shows a week at least. He doesn't quite have a schedule yet, but people will be able to be in here chatting and listening to the live feed. And I'm assuming here, today is the 16th of January. I'm assuming there'll probably be one of the next 2 or 3 days here. We pretty much got it all working. The only question he had was how the call-in is going to work to his show, but I think that's just a little bit of monkeying around until we got that figured out. In the prayer room, see, it operates as a forum, and people praying for salvation. This is a good one. Pray for the online church, and then you can see how people are already responding and making posts, which fires me up. Nothing just makes you feel like you're with fellow believers more than having a bunch of people praying for you, right, saints? And so come on in here, and if you have some prayer requests. Church sermons. So Pastor Patrick created a new YouTube channel, and sort of the thought is that the Sunday sermons would be geared for the online church, whereas his normal YouTube teaching, he goes over everything from Nephilim to rebuking different unsound doctrines or whatever. But this channel here is specific to the church, and so the Sunday teachings are all going to come in here, and you watch them just right within the church setting here. Transcripts of the teaching, and so you can see both his Sunday sermons are being transcribed as well as stuff off of his YouTube channel. And it'll be pretty simple. You just come in, you click on a transcript, and we loaded them up to Dropbox, and so my computer's running slow today, but you get the point. You get the church sermon gets loaded up here. The local group stuff, and I've got one fake group in here just so people could see how it was going to work, but we already have one local group meeting. It's down in Australia, but one local group meeting here, and the site just launched here a few days ago, so it's already starting to take place, which is really encouraging. And then all you have to do, if you're sort of an initiator kind of person, or you want to start your group, you just click on here, fill out a form, and basically the form is just gathering all this information so that we know where you're meeting. And then as people come and they want to see if there's a group near them, they can put in 123, Main Street, and then you check. I'm willing to drive. I'm going to make it ridiculous here because I only got one North American one, but within 75 miles, and it's telling me, hey, your place of meeting is this test group location, which Happens to be the Minneapolis Auditorium. I just picked a random location. So you see how that works, and if they want directions from their address, they just typed in, boom. So it's just the embedded Google stuff. Here's our news feed loading up. And you can come in, and when you click on the article, it takes you back to the website so you can read the full article. Bible studies, I'm going to do this, if it works out, like a blog. So here's the current one, but as I create more, they'll run down here like a blog so people can look at the history of it. Elders and mentoring, so we got people are contributing there. YouTube teaching from Pastor Patrick. The worship music.
We have rested in God's arms so long, I think we fell asleep. We keep on making promises we don't intend to keep. We have said that we would follow Him.
So that's pretty cool. You can come in and listen. And here's Joshua's ministry, and that's just awesome. And you see this looks like he's got the orphanage here and maybe a feeding program, street feeding in here. And then the donation stuff, which, you know, they send boxes periodically of clothing here. This Sister Pearlie sends clothes and stuff over to the Philippines in boxes, and then funds, obviously, to support the whole thing. So that's what we got so far, Saints. It's been pretty fun. Hope to see maybe some of you in there. Like I say, I think we're going to have a live show. Pastor's going to do a live show here within a few days. So maybe come in here, churchfirstborn.com. Check it out. Leave us a little. If you have any suggestions, like what would you want to see in an online church, we're good with that. We'll take suggestions. Most of this stuff is, you know, most of these pages probably took less than an hour to put together. You know, some of it took more research than others, but some of the functionality is not that hard to do. Others is a little bit more tricky, but we really appreciate suggestions. Like, you know, I go to this site and, you know, this part of it is really neat. And that is helpful for us because right now we're focusing on trying to get people to interact as a church. Lots of people that watch YouTube videos kind of get to know the person doing the video, but they don't necessarily get to know the other people that are posting. And so this is a chance now with like the chat room and all that to get to know the other people that are, you know, like-minded, watch the same videos. So let us know what you think, Saints, and God bless. Have a wonderful day in the Lord tomorrow.